Welcome back to another video, guys. On today's video, we are going to break down the pros and cons of whether you want to start a UGC content creation business or the TikTok Shop affiliate. I'm hoping by the end of this video, I could give you more clarity and more detailed structure on each business model and which one to start that best fits your needs. If you guys don't know me, my name is Simon. In the last 5 years, I've been running e-commerce brands with content creators, as well as in the last 3 years, I've been building a content agency that is focused on giving creators D2C collabs with D2C brands for them to get paid. This Wednesday coming up on October 23rd at 1 p.m. EST, we are doing our first webinar in which we're taking a handful of creators and really using them for the Q4 challenge, which is basically brands are rushing to get content at this point. We are almost in the beginning of November, so brands really need to scale their content on Meta or TikTok ads, and we want to take a handful of creators and give them the most amount of opportunities possible. If this is of interest to you, just sign up to my newsletter and you're going to get the direct link to the school community. Let's jump into the video of today. Let's start with TikTok Shop. An overview very briefly on TikTok Shop. I did cover this in the TikTok Shop affiliate course. I made 2 or 3 up to now, so go check them out. But what is TikTok Shop? TikTok Shop is basically a platform in which right now sellers are able to sell their products, meaning they list their products on the TikTok platform. TikTok Shop is that orange little button that you see at the bottom of a video, and then affiliates or creators request samples. They create engaging content, converting content. They post that on their TikTok page in hopes of going viral and getting a commission of every single product that was sold. This is how the TikTok Shop affiliate network works in very brief. Now, if you want to have more detailed on TikTok Shop affiliate, just click right here. I'm going to link my TikTok Shop full course. The next one is user-generated content. This is a very good business model. You do not need much to start in here, and all you have to do is film different types of B-roll, A-roll, talking heads, and then you could send it back to either the brand or the agency. They put it all together and then they use it on Meta ads or TikTok ads. So those are the very briefly on UGC and TikTok Shop. If you want more info, I'm gonna link the videos to the full course. Now let's jump into the pros of TikTok Shop. So the pros of TikTok Shop is you can make directly money as you start. So you could post a video and you could already make 1 sale, 2 sales, whatever it might be. There's a low barrier to entry as this business model is still very new and it is just growing. There's only 400,000 estimated TikTok shops, but there's a lot of products and a lot of brands jumping onto it. So it is growing as interest. It has been working very well for the last 8 months, I must say. So a lot of people are making a lot of money, but it's still a very low barrier to entry. Number 2, multiple product options. With TikTok Shop, there is a bunch of products on the platform, from electronics to beauty to technology to pet products. There's a whole variety of products that you can choose from. So if you're in a certain niche, if you have a certain audience from your TikTok page, then that must be a very good way for you to actually target that audience with specific products. If you're a mom, for example, a mom blog or a mom daily vlog on TikTok, then it's very good that you sell maybe mom products or baby products, whatever it might be, but it's still a very good. It has a lot of multiple products to choose from. Number 3, multiple commissions. So there are different commissions all across the platform. This could range from as low as 5% to as high as 40 to 45%. So some brands are giving 20% commission, which could equal to about $5, $6, $7, $10, depending on what the cost of the product is. So for example, if the product cost is $35 on TikTok Shop, then if you get 10%, you get 3.5. If you do get 20%, you could do the math for the rest. But there's as high as commissions as 40% on the platform. So that's a very good pro that I must say for the TikTok. And number 4, another pro is that TikTok Shop is growing immensely and very fast. So we have seen that TikTok Shop and Amazon have a collaboration that is coming out. We have seen a lot of brands giving out immense prizes like Goalie and Nurture Organics, which they're giving out cars and condos and trips to the Caribbean. So they're very incentivized to really create this affiliate network in the TikTok Shop community, as well as a lot of brands are jumping onto it because the marketing costs on Meta, on ad platforms is extremely high, and on the TikTok Shop platform, it's still very very low because affiliates just get commissions on whatever they sell. So there's actually not a lot of marketing costs. It's basically a commission structure. So that gives a lot more profit and a lot more room for the brand to breathe and not spend thousands and thousands of dollars on these ad platforms to get customers. Now the cons. The first con that I must say is that there is no guarantee of income. It's basically up to you. You could post 3 videos a day, 7 videos a day, up to 10 videos I've seen people post, and the guarantee of income is not there. Meaning that when you post a video, it might go viral, it might not go viral, people might buy, people might not buy. So you're going to have to really put in the work into your content. You're going to have to create very engaging videos to actually try to get income from TikTok Shop and from these commissions. Number 2, it requires a solid TikTok content strategy for you to go viral. And I must say that the only way right now to actually make money with TikTok Shop is for a lot of people to see your video. In my opinion, I think you need at least 50,000 views on a video to actually get a few sales. So from what I've seen, every 50 product clicks is 1 sale. To get 50 product clicks, you need about maybe 2,000 product views. So you could maybe work the math backwards, but you really need to go viral. You need to be getting videos that are hitting 100,000 views, 500,000 views, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. And that's when you're making really that $10,000 in profit for you. When you're making maybe 5, 6, 7 grand per month, you really need to hit those numbers. So you really need a strong content strategy. Thirdly, is you have less control over what brand deals. So if you request a sample and that brand denies you, then you're not actually going to be working with that brand unless you buy the product yourself on Amazon. But if you want to work with 15 different brands and only 5 of them accept you, then you would have to spend all that money on Amazon to actually get the product. It's not the end of the world. It's a bit of a cost to start, but nonetheless, it must not be too expensive, just because on Amazon you could get these products. Usually they range anywhere between $10, $15 all the way up to $40. So you can do a test like that by buying products on Amazon and really just posting content yourself. And you have less control because these brands are flooded with messages. I'm seeing it in the creator messages from our seller center, which is from the brand side, and you get flooded with DMs, with messages, with sample requests. So there's a very big chance that they do not see your message, or they really take the top creators that are making money and they accept them to send out samples to them. So as a conclusion, I would give TikTok Shop a 7 out of 10. It's a great way for you to understand how content works, how to create content. It's really going to make you dive into the content strategies on how to create a very good hook, on how to create a body, and how to create a call to action. It's also very good for you because you're going to be looking at a bunch of different products on the platform. You could use tools like Kalo data, like the product marketplace directly on TikTok Shop, and you'll be able to really scatter the market, seeing what products are selling, what products are growing in revenue, and you could actually kind of tell from graphs if that product is trending or not. And if it is trending, you might have an edge because you got on it early. So for TikTok Shop affiliate, I give it a 7 out of 10. Very good business model to start. Pretty low cost, I must say. I think you could start with $200. If you're buying an account, it might be a bit more, maybe around $500 total if you're buying products on Amazon, if you're buying an account as well. But if you already have an account, you already have the requirements of 5,000 followers, then you just need to buy products and you don't want to go through the sample requests because a lot of brands have flooded sample requests. Then you might spend maybe $150 to $200 on a variety of products to test them out. Now, UGC, user generated content. Let's start with the first pro, is that you do not need a large following. You can be completely a ghost on social media and still make money. We have creators in our community that don't even post on Instagram, don't post on TikTok, but they have been with us for over 2-3 years just because their content quality is very, very impressive. They know how to create content. They understand the frameworks of the creative direction that we give them, and they have a very good location, a very good space to create this content. So you don't need a large following. You can start up just with you reaching out to brands, just with you and your content expertise. And this is a pro that I must give to UGC. Number 2, direct payments from brands, and it's guaranteed. So if you are actually speaking to a brand, if you outreach to them, you get in contact with them, you start building a relationship, and they're like, like, we are going to give you $500 for 3 videos, then they are actually going to give you $500. There is no commission based here. It's basically you just film the videos, you send it to them either edited or raw, depending on the brand and the agency, and then it's up to them to use it on Meta. If it works, then perfect. But if it still doesn't work, you are still getting paid for it, so it's guaranteed income. Number 3, you have the freedom to choose the content styles that you like. For example, if you really like to do daily vlogs or product unboxing or reviews or street interviews, that could be your niche for that specific content. And if you like to do that content and you know that you're very good at doing street interviews, for example, then you could actually decline other content styles and just focus on, I am only doing UGC for street interviews or for daily vlogs. So you could actually choose the content style that fits you, that you're best at, that you know that you get results for, and you can stick to that. And number 4, you're building out your portfolio and you're building relationships with brands. So compared to a TikTok shop where you're just posting the products and then you are just getting a commission, in here you're actually speaking to the brand owner. It could be the brand marketing director, it could be the social media person, whatever it might be. You're actually building a connection with the brand, you're building a relationship with them, and you could include these big names. For example, if you do content for Nike or Coca-Cola or what, some of these big brands, you could actually include that in your portfolio, and that's actually going to help you in the future for better brand deals, for longer term brand collabs. So it's very, very good that UGC brings in that type of crowd, because all these types of companies need creators to create content, and then you could use those logo and really put them as social proof on your portfolio. Now the cons. This is a longer term game. It takes time to actually get very good brands to work with you. It takes time to develop relationships. This is human to human, so it takes time to develop a relationship. You have to actually perform with the creatives so that they come back for more. So it requires time to build your portfolio. It requires time to build these relationships, and you actually have to pitch yourself to brands. You have to sell why you as a content creator are the best fit to work with that brand. So there are some sales techniques, whether you're doing it through cold email, whether you're doing it on a Zoom call, you are selling yourself for them to choose you over other content creators. Number 2, you have a lot more involvement with brands, meaning they're going to send you contracts. You have to understand these contracts. You have to understand how to negotiate. They're going to lowball you saying, hey, we want 5 videos for $200. And you're going to be like, that's not my price. So you're going to have to know how to negotiate a bit. And then when the contract comes, you actually have to know how to actually read it to make sure that you're safe as a content creator. Are you giving the rights and usage rights in perpetuity? Are they going to use it on different platforms? Are they going to put a lot of ad spend behind it? Is that okay with you? Do you want them to ask for the Spark code? Do you want to charge more for the Spark code? These are all questions that you are going to ask yourself when negotiating with these brands. Another con compared to TikTok shop, which you could make a lot of money very fast, with UGC, it takes a bit longer. At the beginning, you might get paid a few $100, even $100 for one video, even $80 for one video. So you're starting small and then working your way towards bigger brand deals as you get more experience, as you get data back from these brands saying that video worked, it got this amount of sales, it got this amount of hook rate or CTR, whatever it might be. You are just building your portfolio little by little. So this takes a lot more time to get paid a lot more money. But on the other end, it's consistent. If I would have to rate UGC, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very good business model just because you're actually building relationships with brand. You're working directly with them. You're speaking to a person. There's a lot more creative strategy involved. So if you're a creative person, you might like it a lot more because you could come up with your own content ideas, and then you could actually see the fruits of your labor when they're pushing it through these ad platforms if your content was good. Now, if you're a complete beginner, what would I go for? I would go for TikTok shop. It might be a better fit for you because if you've never created content before and you want to make your first, let's say $1,000 online, TikTok shop is a very good platform to do so, just because you're going to get your feet wet in terms of creating content, understanding what people want. You're going to understand what watch time is, how to retain your audience when they're looking at you, how to create these hooks that are going to make the first 3 seconds of your TikTok very engaging, just because you're competing with all the other creators and all the other entertainers on the platform. So to get your feet wet, I would definitely go with TikTok shop. And there's also a sense of luck in it, just because if you do a good video and it does go viral and it gets 1 million views, 2 million views, you're making quite a bit of money, especially if the commission structure is very incentive. expensive and it's a very good dollar value. Like I always say, focus on the dollar value other and not on the percentage, just because the percentage could be 30%, but 30% of $10 is only $3. 30% of $60, it's a lot more money. So if I would definitely do TikTok Shop. But if you're looking for a more long-term play, I would definitely UGC, and you could actually create relationships with these brands. It could open different doors. If you do very good content, a lot of these agencies that you work with or these brands that you work with have different friends. They could use you for other brands, etc., etc. So those are my recommendation. I hope this helped in choosing the path, whether it's TikTok Shop or UGC. And like always, remember to like and subscribe. I come up with weekly videos about TikTok Shop, content creation, or my past experience in business. I'll see you guys on the next video.